The show's in 40 minutes. This is my third shot at the National 5-gated Championships, and I do not want to lose this opportunity. Sinja is a great saddlebred. She's by wing commander out of Season. But this is her last championship show, whether we win or not. A 16-year-old horse is like a 50-year-old woman. She's not going to hold her looks or performance another year. I hope James is doing everything to get Sinja ready. I will not have time to redo his work this time. Ugh. These have been coming in for the last 10 years. I told James to pull all the white hairs out of Sinja's tail. I will not be seen on the old gray mare, thank you very much. Sinja's tail is the biggest project of all the prep. It's been braided up since the last show, so it'll be an afro today when James combs it out. James has to wet it down and finger comb out the kinks. We can't even use a brush on it anymore. The hair is so brittle, and we lose enough of it when we tie in the extensions. By the time I get down to the barn, James will have sprayed it with show sheen to keep it shiny and dust resistant. Then he'll loop it into a gentle knot to keep it from getting dirty. James stands right at the ring entrance and lets that tail down just before we stride out. That is one expensive tail. But I want it to flow and sweep the floor, and we have to do whatever it takes. One good thing about Wilson divorcing me last year is I no longer have to listen to him complain about the grooming costs. Of Sinja, that is. He didn't mind my grooming costs until I no longer met his requirements. That 23-year-old from his Belgium subsidiary seems to meet them just fine. Enough for him to get her pregnant. Damn little bitch. He and I could have tried harder if he wanted kids that badly. Last night, I pulled out all the hairs from Sinja's mane that were over 6 inches long. It's much more natural to pluck them than trim it into a too crisp line. Then I trimmed the whiskers around her muzzle and eyes. She looks all neat and tidy now. James will put black-tinted petroleum jelly around Sinja's black eyes. Makes them look 3 times bigger and more intelligent. The jelly is kinder to the horse than the boot polish we used back in the old days when Sinja was so young and green. Then he'll put clear petroleum jelly around her white mouth, so she looks polished and shiny. Last night, I sanded Sinja's hooves with steel wool. Once they were smooth, I sealed them with clear polish. Today, James will dust them, then put black polish on the 3 black hooves and clear polish on the white one. I even found the perfect gunmetal color to paint around the thin metal edge of her shoe. Please, God, just 2 hours without a hot flash. Sinja's low tail is her worst conformation flaw. We've been putting ginger under it for years, so she holds it high and pretty. But this time I told James to use the hard stuff, chili pepper in her anus. I should have had her tail broken and reset years ago. It would save me training it in a tail set between every show. I'm sure she gets tired of that metal thing against her body all the time. This year I noticed Sinja getting a little fat. I can't have that, not if we're to win the nationals. So I reduced her feed by 5% just to be sure. Better to have her too lean. I want to see every muscle. No reason to let up on that just because she's 16. I've lost 8 pounds since the divorce now that I'm on the market again. I've had such problems with Sinja's feet lately. I had the farrier raise the extensions on her front hooves, these wedges of rubber and leather that raise her front end and put the weight on her back legs. That leaves her front legs free to step high. Every year, the standard for the big trot gets higher and higher. I keep raising her shoes, but it's starting to deform her hocks. It's what we have to do, though, to get that championship trot. It's too bad those shoes have to stay on all show season. I know the relief I feel when I kick off high heels after the Wellesley charity ball. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Where's my kava kava? Oh, it helps with my performance anxiety. Early this morning, I gave Sinja her chill pill. It's Calmex, the equivalent of Valium. She gets just as discombobulated as I do under all the pressure. Supposedly, it's hard on her liver, but I've given it to her for years, and she's fine. It's too bad that age is catching up with Sinja. She's been a good horse, but I'm going to have to trade her in for a younger, fresher one. It's too bad they don't just stay pretty, so you can have a mature animal and still look good. All that training and experience down the drain, just because she's aging. She'll probably live well into her 20s, but she'll be worthless to me. I'll have to sell her to raise money for my next horse. Alimony's not going to last forever. I need them young, and I need them pretty. That's just the way it is.